so long. I'm just not there anymore. 3 months in, first quarter down. I'm happy to be based here. It's not a decision I regret. I have made so many different changes and shifts in the past 3 years alone, and I'm definitely transition fatigued. Dambisa in the past was able to juggle, but yeah, corporate is exhausting. Corporate is exhausting. The constant pressure, the constant next thing, the constant having to work hard, harder than hard, the constant not feeling rewarded enough, whether that's monetary or otherwise. It's become glaringly obvious to me that I don't know if I have any energy left in me to continue to climb up the corporate ladder. So close to 1,000 subscribers, I didn't even notice. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dambisa Dube, and you would have known, you will know. If you're not new here, I owe you a video. It's been a couple of months. So much has happened in the past 3 months, and I have to be honest, I just simply didn't have the time to shoot content, and I also didn't have the time to just sit still. For those who are watching this for the first time, I am Dambisa. This is a creative outlet for me. This is a safe space for me. It's something that I started doing about 2 years ago when I was living abroad, and it has become a visual diary of sorts. It's so important for me to take stock, and I do it every week. I journal. I actually just finished journaling, so this is fitting. I journal every week, take stock of the week that has passed, plan ahead for the week that is coming. I'm not a big vision board, plan for the next 10 years type of person. I've never been. It's not my wiring. I live in the moment, but in living in the moment, I have to sit still and take stock. And YouTube has become that space for me. But since I moved to Johannesburg, for those who are watching, and the last time I was in Cape Town, or those who are watching for the first time, I'm now based in Johannesburg, a city that I love. I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be back. But moving back also meant starting off a new career chapter, not a new career altogether, although a new chapter. And I was now physically based in the Joburg office. I started the job already from Cape Town, and since January this year, I was based in the office this side, which is basically our headquarters for the region. And to say it has been a whirlwind would be an understatement. It has been quite difficult to settle in, not because of the people or the work. It's very much a step up in terms of pace. It's a promotion in every sense of the word, except for the cash mulo. Yeah, I just have a lot more to do in the 8 hours. Yeah. And I made a conscious decision to zone in, be present for it. I get to work on a good day around 6:45 to 7 o'clock, and leave the office around 5:30. So I have a very long work day, and I made a conscious decision to be present for it. Dambisa in the past was able to juggle and somehow be able to respond to everybody and somehow be able to be present for all the social media stuff. I'm just not there anymore. I'm overwhelmed. There's a lot on my plate, and I definitely know that the shift came with being a mom for the second time round. So mother of two, because after those long work days, I get home, I cook. Cooking is a way that I service my family. It's a way that I love them. It's one of my love languages, acts of service. And I do it even when I'm tired, even when I'm not in the mood to do it. And so I get home, I cook. And then before we know it, it's time to wash dishes, get the kids ready for bed. And then we sleep, and then rinse, wash, and repeat, and it's the next day. So my life has been like that for the past 3 months. I did take stock and still for my 33rd birthday. It was something that I wasn't planning on doing. I've always been a big celebrator, but I decided, or rather, let me put it this way, I hadn't made plans to celebrate my birthday this year because I just moved. I didn't want to break the bank celebrating my birthday, and I usually go big, and I didn't want to sort of half-ass it. But then closer to the birthday, I was like, no, I need to actually sit still with my people and celebrate and take a moment for it. And so I did. So that was the highlight since I've been here. But since I've arrived in Joburg, it's just been go, 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 go. Upside, we're happy to be here. Very happy to be here. The decision to move from Cape Town was timeless for many, many different reasons. And 3 months in, first quarter down, I'm happy to be based here. It's not a decision I regret. So in a nutshell, I've been quite overwhelmed. And because I've made a conscious decision since the beginning, since I started the channel, that this space would be an outlet, it would be a space where I show up authentically. It didn't make sense to do that when I wasn't feeling like my full self. Not to say that I need to show up fully and feeling like my full self. I just didn't have the time and I didn't have the energy to pick up my camera and record. Today's your lucky day. First quarter's down. What have been the lessons? What have been the losses? What have I learned in the past 3 months? The first thing I've learned, I have made so many different changes and shifts in the past 3 years alone, and I'm definitely transition fatigued. I am tired, and that has been quite odd to acknowledge because I don't think I've lived my life as present as I have now. And acknowledging that you're tired means that you also acknowledge your limitations, whether it means how you show up at work, whether it means how you show up for your friendships, whether that means how you show up for yourself. So that has been quite eye-opening because it meant that I was consciously, openly, authentically being myself and acknowledging where I was falling short a bit, whether that may have been motherhood duties and or otherwise. So I've been quite tired in the first quarter, but funny enough, the exhaustion has also been accompanied with a deep sense of like feeling good in spirit. About a year ago, I made a conscious decision to go back to church with my kids, consciously, regularly, not sporadically every now and again, not watching services at home. I mean, I have other reasons, many, many reasons why it took us that long to get there, valid ones, but the video today is not meant to cover that. And so about a year ago, we made a decision to go back to church, and life has been significantly better. Just from the routine of it, Sundays are dedicated to that, but also I've seen the change that it has made in terms of my own spiritual journey and that of my daughter specifically, because she's old enough to have her own, be conscious of her own relationship with God. So the first quarter has been good because we settled, we found a church, we didn't struggle to find one. That can be extremely exhausting, can be discouraging. That process in itself can be hard. So luckily we did not have to experience that at all. I mean, the church that we found is not even 5 minutes away from us. It's a good fit for both of the kids, good fit for me, and it has really been good to be present for that. So we are feeling quite settled in the first quarter. So aside from the exhaustion, I think we're feeling quite settled. But in feeling settled, I think it's also been reaffirmed that I don't want to experience any change, significant life-altering change for at least a good year. I want some kind of predictability for a good while because I feel it in my body that I'm tired. I feel it emotionally, spiritually that I'm tired. And finding a church community has made us even more rooted, And for that reason, it's like, I don't want to go through this again and have to find and search for another fitting community in a while. We're good. In the same breath, I have been reflecting a lot about my journey as a professional working mom, my journey as a person who's shown up in the world as somebody who's centered my professional career, because in many ways it has intertwined with who I am. I'm fortunate that I am in a line of work which very much intertwines with my passions. But what that has meant is that I have felt a deep exhaustion. I think if you spend your entire childhood, young adulthood, giving your everything, or let me not say everything, but your career and your academic pursuits, everything. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling this way, but there's an exhaustion that I feel. I don't know if it's realistic to expect to operate at this level till I'm 55 or till I'm 65. So while this new role has made a lot of sense, and I'm glad that I put my hand up to apply for the role, I'm glad that I was chosen for it. I'm not going to downplay how tiring and difficult it has been to step into those shoes. And also with that exhaustion, it's become glaringly obvious to me that I don't know if I have any energy left in me to continue to climb up the corporate ladder. And it's no surprise to me because I know who I am. I've never been a person who had climbing up the corporate ladder as any kind of significant goal. I've always looked at the steps in front of me. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm not a long-term planner. I've always followed my strengths, and my strengths have led me, strengths, passion, timing, luck, community, mentors, all the good stuff has led me to this job. And from the outside looking in, it might feel like, oh, Dambisa has the perfect job. She's moved to Joburg again. She seems to apply for jobs and she always gets them. What's the problem? I think the problem is this sort of routine rat race that we're in is in many ways not sustainable. And I don't know if I want it to take a different route, if I want to pursue a different career. I don't know whether it's just healthy amounts of exhaustion that have now triggered reflection, or whether it's a real question I need to ask myself about, like, what comes next and what that looks like. But yeah, corporate is exhausting. Corporate is exhausting. The constant pressure, the constant next thing, the constant having to work hard, harder than hard, the constant not feeling rewarded enough, whether that's monetary or otherwise, the constant, wow, is this it? This is it. So I've been feeling a lot of that the past quarter. I know that it takes a bit of time to settle into a new job. I'm not new to newness, but this particular chapter professionally has been difficult. Maybe I'll do a video where I detail it, but this is not the time for it. But that's definitely one of the things that have stuck out for me in the past 3 months. Corporate climbing, constantly climbing up, chasing the next thing. I don't know. I've done so much of that. I've chased the next thing. I haven't been present for my wins, and I've had many wins for so long that I think I've reached a level where I'm tired. And I want a certain amount of predictability. And I think even if that predictability isn't the most healthiest, I think I just need a second to just sit still. And this is a norm for a bit. So let's see, when I do another touch base, check in how I'm feeling, whether I would have spent some time reflecting on what this means or not. But yeah, the first quarter has been really one that's been dedicated to putting my head down, committing to family life, committing to settling, committing to spirituality, and really being present for my professional life to be able to make these reflections. I think in the past, I haven't really sat still. I've been chasing the next thing. Let's go. And I'm kind of tired. And it's crazy to think. I mean, I'm only 33 and there's that exhaustion. Granted, the world looks and feels different for all of us, but that has been something that has stayed with me and has been a consistent reflection. So I don't know. Upside, it's good to be back in Joburg. Upside, my kids are good. Upside, community is good. And upside, I feel more like myself than ever. I feel very present for who I am, my interests, the things that maybe don't interest me anymore, navigating different, those different waves that come with those shifts and changes. I think it's been incredibly freeing to be 33 and to get older and to be settled and to own even the discomforts, like navigating professional life. Another thing that I reflected on in this first quarter has been the very difficult realization that when you make changes, big ones like I have, like literally leaving the country, coming back, leaving the city, those are also accompanied by loss. That can be loss of friendships, can be loss of community, loss of yourself. that has been interesting for me. It's an interesting thing for me to navigate because I've always felt rooted in community. I haven't experienced so much loss, luckily. And this first quarter has made me really reflect. Okay, I'm back now, but I'm back as a different person. What does that mean in terms of my community? Do I still relate with the same people? Luckily, I do. But in doing so, what has changed? What needs to be nurtured? What needs to change? I'm a mother of 2 now. I'm in a different phase of my being. How do I even show up for myself? How do I show up for those people in my life? So that has been a constant reflection too. And I do sometimes feel burdened, like, oh, does one always have to be so reflective? But it's also my nature, and I'm welcoming that. Not with any sort of burden to fix or figure out, but for it to sit, for me to acknowledge that these are things that I'm aware of that need to be figured out. Doesn't have to be figured out today, doesn't have to be figured out next quarter. But yeah, those have been the reflections for me, very real reflections on the past 3 months. And as we head to the second quarter, as we head to April, we are actually within April, I just want to encourage people who don't really plan, who don't vision board, who don't spend time like stereotypically taking stock at the beginning of the year. Do it in whatever shape or form it makes sense to you. It has been so incredibly freeing to sit every week and plan. I've done it anyway. I'm that kind of person. But what it does for me, especially considering all the things I've just mentioned now, it frees up room for me to not have to be stressed and thinking about X, Y, and Z because I've put it down. I've jotted it down. I've made sense of it. And that is enough. So if you're not a planner, I would encourage you to do that, whatever that looks like for you. Sit still, journal, plan. Vision boarding doesn't have to happen at the end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year. It can happen whenever you feel encouraged to do so. But I do hope you do feel encouraged to do so. It has been incredibly rewarding. So that's the takeaway for me. The return to journaling in a specific way has been incredibly rewarding. Yeah, so life in Joburg has been good. I will do a proper sit down, take stock of cost of living, school. Let me know what you guys are interested in finding out about us being back in Johannesburg. But so far, so good. Growing older has been rewarding. It has been hard. It has also been incredibly freeing. And I have such a good feeling about this year. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch and continuing to support and watch and be part of this community. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I didn't even notice. We are that close. So if you've been a regular since the beginning, please feel encouraged to share. Please feel encouraged to subscribe if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet. Your girl is almost close to 1,000. I don't even know what it means when you reach it, but apparently it's a milestone and I'd love to meet it. I think it's a huge nod. I think it's a huge acknowledgement, and it's an acknowledgement and ode to community that there would be 1,000 of you watching, journeying with me through so many seasons the past years. So please do if you feel encouraged to, and